Are we live?
Yes, but we're doing dramatic pauses.
Why? Okay, understood. We are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Collectors Unite. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Collectors Unite. Today, edition number 43, and apparently we have a lot to talk. We got finally some photos and videos from the InArt Batman, which looks very promising. The photos are appearing here and there from mainly Chinese bloggers, and yesterday we got the unboxing from InArt, but we are going to talk about it later. We are going to cover also the BVS, the Armored Suit 2.0 that was announced today, and the release of Thor from Love and Thunder. And besides that, we are also having some interesting topics to talk about. It's for sure a good week for collecting, not a good week for wallets maybe. But Ellen, how is everyone? How is everyone with you? How is everything with you? How is everyone
everything
with you?
with
How is
me
everything
is
with you?
terrific. I had
You
an
got a
amazing
package
week.
this week, right?
I had 2 packages this week from Bob Dylan, the Collector Supreme, aka the most generous person in the hobby.
The angel.
And I can show them to you guys if you want. I don't know. I did a unboxing because one of them was a mystery that I didn't know what it was, and one I knew what it was. So I've got them here if you want me to show you what
Okay,
Bob
show us.
very kindly
Of
sent me.
Of course. What are you waiting for?
Sent me Nurse Joker head
Nurse.
sculpt because I'm working on a Nurse Joker kit bash, and that's amazing. That's very cool. And then Howard Chan lets me down. Bob Dylan doesn't let me down because I'm going to make my own frickin' artisan Captain Marvel because I got my own beautiful rooted
Hold up.
Captain Marvel head sculpt that Bob Dylan
Can you
kindly
place
sent
her?
me.
Can you place her more to the front so we can see more details in the head sculpt?
Oh, I don't know
More,
if the camera's
more.
gonna. I think the camera's not gonna.
No, don't worry. The
focus.
camera will do its job. You
reckon?
you just need to do your job. Go down. Okay, now just let it stay there.
Is it gonna work?
Okay,
It's working.
there you go.
A little bit.
There
I
was
don't know if it is.
it was working. Now it's not working. Now
don't
looks like
know.
Sharon Stone.
There
It's
we
beautiful.
go.
Look at
There we
that.
go. That
Okay.
is-
Look at that
Kim
Carol
Basinger.
Danvers. She's
that's
beautiful.
lovely.
Bob
It's
Dylan,
she.
I love you.
Thank you so much, Bob.
Very
We all love
kind.
You are the
We all
man.
love you.
Appreciate you, Bob.
Besides the nice packages that you receive, the rest of the week was nothing. Was a zero, right?
Well, I mean, it was all downhill after this. Like, what's gonna top rooted Captain Marvel head sculpt? Talking to you guys is pretty
That's
great.
true.
So I've had many highs and lows this week. I'm up now because I'm here.
Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's move to Korea. Christian,
Hi.
What's going
Hello.
on with-
hello.
with-
Hello.
with life
hello,
with
hello.
Christian.
Well, not much
how was the week?
happened this week. I mean, busy as always. But it was election day on Wednesday, which was kind of interesting. And by
Who
the
won?
way, in Korea, when we do elections, it's a national holiday, so we don't go to work. So it was kind of off day for me.
Who won?
We don't say who win, but it was very
You
one-sided.
don't say?
Huh?
It's forbidden. It's like Voldemort. You
Well,
cannot
actually,
say the
no,
name.
no, no, no. Actually, now that you're talking about it, now that I think about it, actually, I can't say it because the election is over. One side totally like
Sorry,
this is
kid.
not this is not presidential election. This is what do you call him? What do you call him? The other election that you elect the one that in the offices and,
The
and,
one?
and everything. This is not presidential. This is the other one. But
Don't
whatever.
ask me. We don't have elections here. Don't ask me. Here
Yeah,
is one
and-
side only.
And in Australia, we don't vote for like the Prime Minister. You vote for who you want to represent you in your electorate. And then the party that wins the most seats forms government, and the leader of that party becomes the prime minister.
Well, it's kind of like
That's how we
something
do
like
it.
that. It's similar here. It's just like it.
We are.
The
Is
majority
this
of
Collectors
one
Unite or
side took all of
Politics?
them.
Politics Unite.
Politics United.
Why
there
not
we go.
both?
But anyways,
Okay.
other than that, I had my holiday and I spent most of it rewatching all of our memories here in Collectors Unite. That was something. That was actually
Rewatching your memories.
Oh, Joel, that
on
was a
Collectors
beautiful
Unite.
segue, and you just...
Jesus Christ.
No, but I still
can't-
talk
you
about
can't even
me.
take whatever I just. Oh Jesus! I just put
Christian,
everything
you
up to the
opened
plate.
the door beautifully, and
Oh
Joel
my God,
slammed it shut.
But anyways, I think I literally rewatched all of our episodes whenever me and you, Helen, we got together.
And I commend you
here.
for that, watching all
And,
the episodes.
Yeah,
I
you
never
found
watched
your
one.
Asian boy in Korea, and he went to the factory right away. So, but
Cool.
but it was lovely. It was lovely.
Since
But
no one asked me about my week, I
was about
will.
to.
Let me think. This week was busy, very busy with work. Did I receive anything? No. Did I sold anything? Yes.
Oh,
You
I
received
sold-
lights.
I received last week,
Oh.
and
thought it
the
was
package I
Sunday.
received last week. Sunday. What did I receive Sunday?
Sunday. I thought you were doing lights on Sunday.
Light? Oh,
that Sunday?
exactly. I changed the lights on my cabinets. It's true. Now I can dim the lights, and I can all that
you stand corrected.
nice stuff. And no, I sold some third parties. I think we have a topic about this, right? That we are going to talk about selling and everything. So I think it's interesting. Anyway, it's time to start the show. We already have 40 here in the chat, and we are going to show to the 40 here in the chat something very beautiful that we have done. And Christian did an amazing work of editing the video. So I
That was
hope
pretty fun.
you enjoy this intro for Collectors Unite.
Welcome to the show where collectors unite. Big Breeder, Helen, Christian shining bright. In a world of figures scale just right. Hot toys and art and third parties take flight. Collectors unite with passion and nights in the world of what's six on the divine light. From shelves to displays, our treasures ignite. On this journey of collecting, our hearts take flight. From Gotham streets to galaxies far, each figure tells a tale like a guiding star with meticulous detail. They come to life in the hands of collectors through joy and strife. Through joy and strife, collectors unite with passion and nights in the world of 1/6 on the light. From shelves to displays, our treasures ignite. On this journey of collecting, our hearts take flight.
Wait.
From Gotham streets to galaxies far, each figure tells a tale like a guiding star. With meticulous detail, they come to life in the hands of collectors through joy and strife. Through joy and strife.
You get 2 sculpts, 2 capes, and a figure for $3.99 and 10.
That is the biggest InArt ever.
Apologies, star people.
No,
I know I've upset you again this week. It's not intentional.
You have been granted the yellow card.
Oh my.
No, you don't know.
Of course, I'm here chatting with my favourite Asian cousins about collectibles.
Collectors unite.
LWO, but like the version you'd watch in front of your mum, because it's all the nice, polite gentlemen.
wow.
So, true.
Collectors unite.
Epic. I really love this
Amazing.
intro. The music, of course, was all done by me. I played every instrument, but then Christian edit the video and pick up all the parts, and Ellen, 0.
Helen
Just
provided
opinion.
We all
positive
picked the
feedback
music
to
together. I mean,
Christian.
FYI, we had like what 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 music to choose from, and that took forever. We took
That's
like
why
the
I
voting
cannot
for,
feel
like,
my hands already,
hours.
because always in the drums, always in the drums, always in the drums, always in the drums, and then in the guitar. Jesus Christ.
I had that song stuck in my
Um,
head all week.
Collectors.
Imagine listening to that all week.
Maybe it's you. I. This is the second time I'm listening to music.
Goodness.
But anyways,
Joke's on you. Anyways, we got here in the chat StreamYard. Live viewer comments show up on StreamYard. This is an example. Click on a comment to show it on screen. How are you, StreamYard? Welcome to the chat. We got as well the Bro Collector. Good morning, friends. Member of the channel. I'm not gonna lie. I love my Hot Toys Paris and Batman, but God, I wish I could have afforded the InArt version. I think it turned out absolutely beautiful. No doubt, but Bro Collector, to be honest with you, I think both of them look great. There's minor details in the InArt one that they are not in the Hot Toys one, but I think they both look great. In the end, it's a representation of Batman, and I think they look good. Bob Dylan, Batman, and more Batman. DC collectors unite. Yeah, this is indeed a good evening for Helen, because there are a lot of stuff that she will bring. We don't have any Star Wars tonight, so she will have a lot to talk about. And finally, I can rest a bit because it's her time to shine in. Ayo in the house. Can't wait to hear what's going on with Christian's life. Not much. Christian. No, I'm not going to ask you that. Lane Kramer, this is quite a week for a Batman fans in 1/6 scale. Exactly it is. TX Boy, member of the channel. Yo morning collectors. We got as well JB. Hello everyone. Kira, Yo crew. Calvin Loki collector. Good morning everyone. Rise
Calvin.
and grind. Have a good day, Calvin. Keith Lee. Good morning fellow collectors. Loki collector saying, you wanna get nuts? Let's get nuts. Batman is in the building. Oh, you got this Batman? No, but that Batman is not released yet. The Michael.
no, I think he's just talking about the announcements and everything.
Yeah, Bob's a good egg. Indeed, it is. This is a good egg. This is Australian accent expression, right?
I think it's American, because the first time I went to the US, I'll try to make a long story short. I kind of know a few people in America through basketball, and there's another person in my city, and people didn't realize we're actually good friends. And when I was in the US, they'd be like, oh, do you know Luke? And
You
I'd be
said
like,
you
oh
would
yeah,
make the story short.
it is short. We're really good friends. And everyone would say he's a really good egg. I used to hear that in the US a lot. I don't know if people still say that, but that's where I heard it, and now I use it in my vocabulary from time to time. I don't know why that
That's
saying
fair.
upsets you.
Well, we do have a lot of Americans here in the chat, so they'll tell us if it's right or wrong.
Yeah,
I always
let me
thought
know.
it was like a what do you call them? Like the English kind of term, but it could be American. I don't know. As you were,
finished?
Joao.
Tremble Dest, patron sent of 1/6 skull collectors talking about Bob Dylan, of course. Lane saying Bob Dylan, the rooted master, man. Akira saying so kind from Bob. Keith was complaining there was no music. Collector Joey in the house as well. Unite. Hello, Collector Joey. How are you? Plixen Inc. Hi, all from Sweden. How are you, my friend? Hope you are having a great day. Lane saying we don't ask about our week brother because we know it's always jolly brother all the day, every day. Bro Collector, the ads are back. I was actually just checking when you send that message, and I already turned them off, so it will be okay. YouTube turn them on automatically. I need always to turn them off,
I
so
thought he was
YouTube
talking
will
about the
not
intro.
place them during the stream. Good morning, you all. Oh, maybe he's talking about the intro.
I don't know. At the time, it kind of
Okay.
seemed like the intro, but I
Sunnyvale
don't know.
Russ, good morning, you all. How are you, Sunnyvale? 160's nuts in the house as well. TX Boy, now we're talking about the intro. Everyone seems to like it. TX Boy, Lane Kramer, love this intro. Io, it's still going. Jim Collector, this is brilliant. Bro Collector saying epic. And Mario El Professor in the house. Haha, I love this AI intro. How can you call this an AI intro? This was done by Christian. I don't know how he
And
got the
music from
time, but he
Joao.
went to... The music is AI, of course. We are not a band. Music is AI, but is a paid service. and we choose like between, I don't know,
A lot.
first we made the lyrics and then we insert the lyrics to get the music. I don't know, we listen to maybe 100. I listen maybe 100 until you find one that is, and I think this sound is very catchy. If
I
this
like it.
music is really cool, I think I have good friends that they can play all instruments, and I can just ask them to record everything, no problem.
Maybe we'll do that next time.
Sunnyval Russ, who made this? This was made by AI. Is a paid AI. It's a bit expensive, but I think it was worth it. Collector Joey saying that was beautiful. El Profesoro, amazing. Equan saying love it. Ryan Smith, hey guys. 1 6-figure focus, Shane in the house. Hello.
Yo.
Loki Collector saying nice, sweet intro. Ramstein fan 79. Good morning everyone on the panel and chat from Texas, USA. Howdy to everyone on the panel and the chat. Greetings from Texas. Len Kramer with a super chat. Wait, no Star W's 5-1 first clone. Vader's first rule. Oh, yeah, the clone was released, right?
Yeah, that was a trooper.
Oh, of course we are going to talk a little about it. Of course. You calling us eggs now, Ellen? I thought we were friends. Ha! TX boy saying to Ellen. And Trimble Dust confirms. Some people still say good egg, America. But maybe this is like an old expression. I don't know. I never heard. 14 Wellington in the house. Hi, y'all. How are you? 14 Wellington Primetime Reviews too. Hello, good morning. And let's. I totally forgot about that trooper because Hot Toys posted so many stuff this week that when I went to their Facebook, I didn't scroll. I know was because of the Batmobile. We also need to talk about the 89. Jesus,
That's right.
This week was a lot of stuff. I won't talk about the 89 because I have the original one. And I have some thoughts about this one, the blogger photos they came out. But yeah, we got this 501st, the trooper, the Legion clone trooper. Christian, you can go on with this. Don't need us to discuss the theory about this because it will not take us anywhere.
Yeah, I'll just keep it short. This is from the
just
this
ride
is
the boat.
directly from the Kenobi show. It's the first time they ever made a live action suit trooper, and this is why we have the design is kind of different from the 501st trooper figure that we got earlier, but the color is different, the design is different, and it's just supposed to be different because that's what we got from the show. I'm not getting it because I don't need it. The color is it's kind of different from what we got from the Revenge of the Sith movie, and that's literally why that's why I kind of stayed away from this guy. But it'll be awesome for a lot of people. I hear like people getting two of the rule of two. Awesome. But for me, no. Joel, are you getting this?
No.
Helen?
No, not this one.
Why
Always
do you
nice to
even
ask.
ask her?
Jesus Christ. Go get your Twix. But anyways,
Because
Yeah.
it's sure Ellen will not get these. Of
You
all
never
things Star Wars,
know.
she will
One
get
day.
the trooper.
one day
I'm
she'll be like,
saving
look
up.
what I got.
I'm saving up for when Howard makes my Neon Tech BB-8. That's what I'm going to buy, everyone.
Please don't. Please don't.
That's
But
fair.
anyways,
Anyway,
yeah, that's
you are done,
pretty
right?
much it.
Let's move on. What I want to talk a bit about this, honestly, because I've been going here. I went through the blogger photos, and judging by these photos, I think they didn't change anything from the original 89, the one I own. The aesthetic of the card is exactly the same. It isn't longer because Hot Toys already said it is almost 1 meter, so it's exactly the one I have. I don't know if they improved the paint applications because it's difficult to say on the blogger photos. But I mean, for the price that this Hot Toys one is, you still get a beautiful Batmobile. I think mine still looks really good. I think is a beautiful car. and you don't need to spend a lot of money like with one of the Jazzink, and still have a very good representation of the 89 Batmobile. I know Helen is getting these.
I sure am.
I don't know if you are expecting to get it soon or when we will arrive to Australia, but it would be cool if when you get your Hot Toys Batmobile, we could do a live unboxing on Collectors Unite.
Oh goodness. I found it stressful enough trying to unbox a head sculpt. I don't know how I'd go with a meter-long vehicle. But yeah, I guess in Australia we're sort of anywhere between 2 to 4 months behind Sideshow. The problem we have is that I think they kind of wait for the container to fill before they ship them onto us. So we don't get that regular stream of this figure that week, that figure that week. In Australia, you'll have like a week where here's 8 releases and then you have nothing for months. So releases for us are quite different. On Pop Culture, they originally said August was the ETA. So I don't know, because sometimes things have been 4 weeks, sometimes they've been 12. So I just got to play the waiting game. But I've got this on pre-order, and I'll be honest, I did pre-order it thinking or going in with the expectation that Hot Toys may not change anything to do with this vehicle. And I'm okay with that. I've seen this in person. I really like it. I wanted to have this. You know, the price I'm getting it for new has certainly been cheaper than what a lot of people are trying to sell this used in my local area. So I'm very excited, and I'm hoping this means that the new 89 Batman might not be far away, because I've got that on pre-order too.
Yeah, that's fair. But it's true. Like what you said is I completely agree. Like this car, this 89 Batmobile was a grail for many years. I very rarely heard complaints about this Batmobile. Everyone just wanted to get one. I know people that paid $800, $900, $1,000 for one, and it's a beautiful piece. Really, first is this vehicle. The Hot Toys one is already huge. It is already huge. 1 meter vehicle is already huge. Of course, you will not get all the perks that you get with the Jazzink one, the more accuracy, everything. But if all you need is a representation of 89 Batmobile, a very cool representation, and if you already collect Hot Toys, I think it's just fair to go with the Hot Toys car, because it's a really cool car, and in a price that I think that it will not break your bank. It's cool. It's really cool. I just hope that they pack it very well, because I really want you to receive yours without any scratch, because at least the first one, the original, the OG one, it was a mess. It would get scratch everywhere. But I think that's a problem with the plastic that Hot Toys uses, because I noticed that the tumbler suffers from the same issue. It's easy to get scratch. That's why my tumbler, I'm not touching it to go anywhere. Once I open that what you call that, the cockpit, what you call that?
Yeah, I guess
because
so.
the tumbler, when you open that, you kind of feel afraid that you are going to scratch the plastic. So I'm not going to touch that again.
The mechanism's very awkward with the tumbler, because you've got to kind of lift it up, and then you've got to lift a bit down, and you've got to overlap a couple of pieces. And I know certainly the plastic,
but this one is not different, because this one you need to push that part front, and you kind of you're kind of afraid because you don't want to push it too hard. But I don't know. You will want to have Batman inside? I don't think so, right? You will only display the vehicle?
I don't think so at this stage. I mean, I need to work out my display, because at first I thought it would just be the vehicle with the DX8 and the DX9, but now I've got Mars Toys, Alfred and Bruce. I'm hoping they'll do the Penguin and Catwoman. So I need to rethink my display, how I'm going to do it. So I haven't worked that bit out yet. I kind of want to get everything first, hey Shuri, and then work it out. Because I've seen some really cool poses, like the one that Anthony did where he had like the Joker sort of pinned onto the bonnet of the Batmobile, and that looked cool. And also I think
one looks
would allow
a
you
really
space
cool
to
pose.
display other figures in the shelf. So yeah, I got to work that out. Got to work that part out.
Other thing that you will want to do, because it was the of course this was my first vehicle, but with the years what I noticed is the wheels, they start to leave some kind of marks on them, because and then I learned after that, when you have 1/6 scale vehicles, you should rotate the wheels from time to time. Don't let the wheels always stay in the same position.
Yeah.
So now I'm used to do that, but this one is easy to rotate the wheels.
The tumbler wheels are
The-
really
the-
bad. The back wheels
the
are
tumbler-
really bad.
The Tumbler, I'm not going to rotate shit off that wheels. And
No,
the
but
Ecto one,
those-
Jesus
those
Christ.
wheels are problematic, and people always like when I say it, but
What's that?
the back-
Ooh.
no, they're like, oh, what are you talking about? When I first got my tumblers and I didn't have display cases, I put the tumblers on top of like a wooden console table, and those wheels will eat at the surface of the of wood. So you need to be careful what you put on them. And even I put some cloth between the wheels and the wood, and it still went through the cloth and like ate out the top of the finish of the wooden console table. And I've tried to tell people that when I've seen them put their tumbler on like a table, I've tried to say, hey, maybe wouldn't put it on a wooden surface, and they've been like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, I'm speaking from experience. I'm trying to have you benefit from the mistake that I made. I don't know, people don't want to listen, but I'm
Just
always
don't
very
listen
wary
nowadays.
of those back wheels of the tumbler. I don't know what it is about them. They are problematic.
So, is it the same case with the DeLorean wheels, or like is it only with the Batmobiles and the Tumbler?
I don't know, because my DeLorean is in over mode. He's flying, so I'm not worried about the wheels.
That's true.
No, it's like what Bob Dylan is saying here. Bob Dylan, he said you need to rotate the wheels and balance them. Yeah, because because these vehicles are so heavy, if you let them always in the same position, the wheel, it will deform the wheels because of the weight of the vehicles. That's why I even considered on the Ecto one to buy some kind of like some risers that I could rise the vehicle a bit and have the vehicle just rise enough that the wheels are not touching the shelf, because the Ecto one is too heavy for you to push him up and then rotate the wheels. It's not convenient at all. But let me come here to the chat. Congrats to Batman fan regarding today's announcement that Kryptonite Spear looks sick. It does. Clinton Martin in the house. Howdy folks. And we got Star Crash 1138 saying, hello guys, Hot Toys Batmobile is coming home. Oh, congrats. Big Rib in the house. Good morning everyone. Love your show. Hello Big Rib. How are you? Hoping you are having a good morning. Tremble that's asking Ellen for a live unboxing. And Tremble that's also asking if MRC is getting these. I'm not sure. These I don't know if he's getting. Probably yes.
Most
But
likely.
the other issue with this vehicle is to shoot a video of a vehicle of this size. It's really difficult. When I did the one with my Ecto one, I was sweating all over because you really need to position the camera in a way that it's really difficult. Prezi in the house saying hi, finally Barrison is here. I mean, the photos are here. The figure, I don't know. The photos and videos, they are here. Because now I'm on your side of the fence. Now I'm also waiting for a Batman that I will receive when the shipment is coming. So I want to experience both sides. I already experienced being the first one to receive InArt figures. Now I'm experienced being like just a common collector like I am and receive whenever the shipment is. So like Helen said before, I don't know if Battison is here. Maybe, who knows? I ask around. I don't know anyone that bought the Batman, like order it and receive it until now. Even here in China, they are not shipping it yet. So I don't know if we need to wait weeks, if we need to wait a month. No one knows. Even John doesn't know. JB saying sold my Hot Toys 89 Batmobile last year. Great vehicle, but need a jazzing. Completely understandable. I decided to go with a jazzing, but still keep my Batmobile, the 89. The Hot Toys one, because was my first vehicle, as I have a lot of good memories of opening it up and being the first vehicle of my collection. So, and also at this moment, especially here in China, if I want to sell it, I would sell it for what, maybe $300, if much. 300, 400 is what is going on here. People are selling these Batmobiles for $400 or so. So, but yeah, most of them with a lot of scratches. If you want to get one in a good condition, maybe $450 is around the price is going on here. TX Boy saying, I tried to convince my wife to get these over the Batman Armory, but she wouldn't budge. The Batman Armory is beautiful. Don't you either a Batmobile or Batman Armory is beautiful. Akira saying, I personally rather get the Batmobile with the Kieran figure for the price of the Jazzing. Yeah, you can get two pieces for the same price, right? So sometimes we also need to do this math.
I can buy 3 of the Hot Toys Batmobiles for the price it'll cost me to get a Jazzing. Like, that's not an
No,
exaggeration.
but that's because you are in Australia.
Yes, I am. Thank you.
It's not like it's gonna cost you less, Joel. I mean, if you wait, actually, never
Shipping
mind.
and tax adds a lot to it.
You need to know your ways through the back doors. Gilbert Hartman. John, the show yesterday, Jazz Inc. will make a Kieran sitting pose figure. There was a prototype with picture. Oh, really? That would be fun. Well, that would be fun, because if he does just half of the figure, that you just have it sitting there, that would be cool. Did you know? This is an interesting fact. Did you know that the Batmobile, the 89, when Keaton, Batman entered in the Batmobile, he had 2 suits. One suit that he was walking around, and one suit when he went inside the Batmobile, because he's what do you call that? The ears
Yeah.
of the normal suit, they were too high, and if he seated in the Batmobile, they will touch the ceiling. So he had a different one that with the shorter ones that he could fit inside the Batmobile and close the car. So
never knew
it's
that.
Did not know
interesting.
that.
Yeah. So you are always learning with me. Brick
Always.
Artemis in the house. Good day, everyone. Listening while at work, so won't be able to comment much. Thank you so much for passing by, Brick. One is a member of the Wolf Pack, a live stream that you can watch every week on Jedi Knight's Watch channel. Really good people over there. Tremble Dust is asking if it really degrades wood surfaces. If Ellen says so, we don't know what is the wood quality in Australia, you know. What kind of rubber are they using on the tires? I don't know, but it's a very hard rubber. Change the oil to synthetic 303 is the best. I'm not going to change oil on these cars. Miss Ellison, the same thing happened to my tumbler in my previous wooden display case. The rear tire stuck to the wood and removed chunks when I lifted it away.
See?
There you go.
Whoa.
I'm not making this up.
That's because you are not using solid wood. Solid wood will never go out a chunk of wood from there. You are using maybe plywood, MDF.
Go
Maybe
find your
bef-
chocolate right now.
Go eat some
Right now.
Twix, not an influencer.
Tremble that's saying if it's too much of a hassle, no worries on live unboxing. She is already tapping out from that. I did see old videos and the Batmobile is huge. It is. For me, Tremble is saying the soup bike takes up more room than I thought in my collection, so no Batmobile for me unless I literally park it in my garage. You can do That definitely. The soup bike is actually. I also have the soup bike, and I mean those bikes are cool, but they are so long. It's like the soup bike is like almost 65 centimeters, something like that. Is a small vehicle, but it's too long. So
Is that like around the size of the Batpod? Is that like a fair comparison? I'm not familiar with this swoop bike.
no,
think
no, no,
so.
no, 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 no. No,
Really?
No, is less. Is less. Is less. I'm saying 60 centimeters. Maybe I'm going over. I'm putting too much. No, not much. Not that much, but is large. I thought Annalie is saying Annalie is buying a lot of Jazzing 89 Batmobiles to resell domestically. Is it Annalie? Because there is a Taobao store that is selling Jazzing stuff, and they are accepting pre-orders. I was actually I wanted to ask Just if the Jazzing store that it's online in Taobao in China. Taobao is like China eBay or something like that. There's a store called Jazzing, and they are accepting pre-orders, and they are also selling stock. They have like stock the 2022. They have stock. I think it's a BVS. So I don't know if it's really Jazzing that they open a store here to sell online, or if it's just someone that is buying from him and reselling. I actually would like to know that. The movie canon. Hello collectors, brother Christian. Hello Helen. How are you? Movie canon. Welcome.
Hello.
Austin McLean. I know Jedi as the InArt Alin set for Batman, but at least Kit said his final Gandalfs are coming. So Gandalf is finished. Yeah, Gandalf is shipping the last batch, and Kit did say that he will have extra pieces to sell, but do not contact him right now. When he sort out all the pieces that he have to sell, you will post it on Kit on 16 Kit group. If you are going to ask Kit now, he will probably block you, and then you cannot buy from him, because he hates people who ask him when he says don't ask me. Silent now as well. Hi everyone. And Austin, yeah, Jedi already has the InArt all in, so probably we will see his review in a couple of days. Probably. Let me see. Still in the house. We got here. Hi everyone. Happy Friday to you, Silent. Equan, are you guys displaying the tumbler on balsa wood? I never experienced this. Exactly. I don't know what kind of wood they were using. Maybe it's that MDF. The wood particles. I don't know.
No.
Ellen, it's not solid wood, because solid wood it would be the table that would go with the tumbler. It's not. You will not remove a chunk of wood.
It didn't remove a chunk of wood. Like, it was like the surface of the wooden table was getting like affected by the tires, and you could see there was like an imprint of like the tire into the wood, because that part of the tire that was leaning on the wood was like eating the surface of the wood.
It's not the wood. It's the bad rubber that whatever they're using.
But it's just the back wheels. That's the thing. The front wheels are fine. And maybe it is, someone suggested perhaps it was the weight. I don't know, but all I know is those back wheels are problematic.
Use better rubber, Hot Toys.
It's not the rubber. It's the materials when they. It's normal to happen. So I think it's cool. It's cool now. It's better to have it in a shelf. For example, now you have it in a shelf that is steel, right? So you will be good.
Well, and that's what I want to check though, because I haven't had them in there for long, but there's the vinyl on top of the sort of metal sheet. So I'm hoping it's not going to affect the vinyl.
Actually you can do exactly what I was saying, because the tumbler is not that heavy. If you can find a very small 2 pieces, I think 2 pieces would be enough, or 4 risers that you could just rise the vehicle enough so that the wheels are not touching the floor, the wood or the surface.
Before I made
that would be enough.
the cabinet, I'd put a couple of my risers upside down under the wheels because they were MDF wooden shelves and I was worried about them. So I had done that previously.
Yeah, I think I'm considering doing that for the Ecto one too. Maybe I will get some very thick acrylic risers, the thickest I can find, that they can support really a lot of weight, and then I just place them under the vehicle just for the wheels not touch the surface, and I think will be good. Keithley 88 watching, only 17 likes. How can this be possible? If you are not, if by the end of this stream I don't have at least 88 likes, I'm going to block everyone. We got here more. Optical 20, how are you, Optical? Finally able to catch one live. How are you? It's been a while.
Hello.
And we got here Buzz too. Hello to my favorite people from around the world in my favorite Pride Figures stream. How is everyone doing? Hello Buzz, how are you? Again, I already have the traffic signal from the Ghostbusters, the Blitzway. I already received it. It's already there on the display over there. And thank you so much, because it was Buzz that sent me an email saying that was a link on eBay. Someone was selling it. It was a guy from Spain. He was not selling worldwide. He would only sell to Europe. And then I had to contact Shane from Shane 16 Figure Focus, and he helped me to get it. And he offered me. He even didn't ask me for anything. He bought it on eBay and just sent it to me. Okay. And yeah, it's an amazing piece. I would never find that anywhere. It's one of the pieces that you never see people selling. Yeah. What we have here more, Blazing Asian in the house. Here's everyone. And we have as well Jean Oni. Joel, did you see the InArt Batman reviews on Bilibili? There are 3 currently. No, I saw one. Maybe later we are going to check on that. Maybe that, what is the name of that Hong Kong YouTuber? He's not Hong Kong, I mean he's in China. Planet 33, is it? I think he already has his in ends, and normally he does the reviews in English too. So yeah,
he has a I'm assuming he's in China. He's got a channel that's in Chinese and a channel that's in English. And he did an amazing video that compared all the different Christian Bale Dark Knight figures, which is probably one of the best reviews that I've seen, full stop. So I really enjoy the content on that channel.
I actually can go to Bilibili to check, but I'm not sure if Bilibili works if I am with the VPN on. But let me just check here.
Probably won't. It's not supposed to. But
of course it works. Don't.
We'll find out.
InArt bien fuchsia.
We'll find out.
Exactly. There are already here 3 reviews. You are not wrong. Oh, exactly. The Planet 33 is already here. You already have it here.
Oh, really?
The review. Yeah. So we are going to check that. That later. Yeah, already, and he is comparing the two, the Hot Toys and the InArt one, so it's cool. We got here as well Pop Culture Living Room. How are you? Did I hear acrylic risers? Yes, but we are talking acrylic risers to rise the vehicles just enough so that the wheels don't touch the surface, just to protect the wheels, not for figures. So I was thinking about some very thick acrylic. Ramstein Fan 79, and I think we are done with the chat. Oh, so Ted Hong, what do you guys think about the InArt Batman? We are going to talk about that in a second or so. Actually, I think we can go to that after the. We are going now to talk just about the announcement. Is what Ellie wants to talk. No, Ellie has other thing to talk. I cannot let this one go, because this is Ellen time. I'm not even giving an opinion about this. Helen, go all in.
Oh, amazing. Hello everyone. No Star Wars hours.
Let me just say one thing.
We're going to talk about Thor.
Let me just say one thing from a non-Marvel collector.
Sure.
I think the suit is beautiful.
Yeah, that's what stood out to me. Oh, hey, when you look at the previous Thor outfits we've gotten, the blue and the yellow that you see on the side really pop. Like, this is very colourful figure. Shuri's excited. She loves Thor. So I think aesthetically, it really is going to stand out in a display. But I think there's one potential controversy, but I think a lot of things to like. So I'd love people in the chat to let me know, because I've seen some people comment that they think this is the Age of Ultron sculpt repurposed. I don't know. I was watching a clip on YouTube. I was trying to look at photos of the figure. I don't have that in hand. The hair looked a bit different to me. I don't know. Do people think that's the Age of Ultron sculpt? I don't really know that it is. But the things that I like are that with the helmet, it's a full head sculpt with it. Like, that's one of the things I hated with the original Thor and with Loki, that you've got this helmet that you've got to try to fit on your sculpt. You've got to try not to scratch it. So I love that they're giving us a separate sculpt with the helmet, so you don't have to sit there trying to muck around with it. The cape is really interesting. It actually has 4 wires in it, which I think it's not normally like Hot Toys to be so generous with the wires. So I am quite keen to see how this looks posing wise, because I think more wires will help. And I love that the body has like a USB-C light up, because I think that's what we've been wanting, right? We don't want these batteries. You don't have to muck around. So I love that on the body, all the light up features is just with the USB-C, which is really great. With the helmeted head, you do have to put a battery in, but I can understand that. It's not a connected part of the figure, so I can understand the rationale of that. But I think it looks really good. Like, I think the 3 out of the 4 Love and Thunder figures that we've had released, I think they're all looking really good. So I as I said, not getting this one. I've got my Thor figures already, but I do think it's really an impressive figure. But as I said, I'm keen to know if people think that's the Age of Ultron sculpt or not. I don't know. I couldn't make up my mind up whether I thought it was the same. Dramatic pause. No one has anything to add. Everyone's just so taken aback with everything I've said.
I'm just waiting for Joel to say anything. I was like,
No, I would never say anything about this. This is Ellen time.
But I love it. Like, I love these Thors where they give you that option to either have the seamless arms or the suited arms. Like, I just think there's a lot of display options with this. Like, and when it's all lit up, it looks really cool. Okay, so people are thinking it is the same sculpt. Interesting.
I agree with everything Helen just said. I think it's cool that we got a very colorful. I think it's the most colorful Thor that we got.
You don't know shit about Thor.
I don't know shit, but I'm just gonna say anything. But I think it's good. The body and his eyes lit up with USB, apparently.
Exactly. I agree with this comment.
What?
Saint Seiya vibes. Was this thing I was trying to think what the suit was looking like.
I have no idea what that is. Now I have to find out.
From the Knights of the Zodiac.
Knights of the Zodiac.
More
I heard that
information,
really
please.
somewhere. I have no idea what that is.
No?
You want what? Show me a photo.
No, but like,
Okay,
what
you
is
don't
that?
know.
Is that a movie? Is it a TV series? What part of the world is that from?
Oh,
okay.
Okay.
TV series.
Right.
Okay, okay,
I also had that feeling when I was going through these photos here. Kind of.
I get it now.
No, but I think this store looks really beautiful. Jim Collector was saying here. No, Tremble Death was saying, I can see why people would think that this Age of Ultron vibe. As I said previously, it reminded me of Roadworn Thor sculpt, which isn't far from AOI. Is not Age of Ultron?
I think he means Age of Ultron.
Yeah. Ellen Time, exactly. Blazing Asian. Jim Collector said, Jim Collector said should have come with some screaming goats. And Optical saying this feels like a figure that would be nice if it was released in 2020. Exactly. This figure just comes like 4 years late.
It could have been better if it was like exclusive or something.
Yeah, wish we got the 4 cape version when he arrives in New Asgard. Jose Hernandez, morning everyone. Hey, Jose, how are you? And we got here as well Jay, brother, cousin,
Jay.
Star Reviews. How are you, Jay? Good morning to you. Hoping you are having a great Friday. Jose saying a week later and João still hasn't replied to my DM. You wait to see it. Oh my god. Please send me another DM and I'm going to check it. Sorry. Happy
think you
weekend,
said
you
that last
lovely
week.
lot. Agent Silver Fox, how are
Hey,
you?
Ian.
I'm getting Power Ranger, Ian, how are you? I'm getting Power Rangers vibe. It's not Hot Toys' fault. Yeah, it's fair. And Polo Ralph Florin in the house. How are you, my friend? But I think it's all from Thor, and we still going with Ellen here because she deserves it. We are going to the deluxe version that was announced today. The
I might
Armored
be a bit
Batman from
controversial
BVS.
here.
Oh, let's go.
Let's go.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Diecast.
Look.
It's diecast. It's diecast, Helen.
Oh my god, diecast by 5, army build your Batmans with the kryptonite spears because why not? I guess for me, I'm just at a point where I'm wondering Ben Affleck as Batman, and I know I'm going to upset some people because some people love him and he brings them comic vibes and cool. In my mind, I'm like, he was in 2 movies and had 2 cameos. And there's a lot of Ben Affleck Batman figures. Like, there's a lot of them. How many do we need? And now they're all getting 2.0s. And are we getting a 2.0 Man of Steel? Because in one of the photos, there was that little tease of the Man of Steel figure. So I'm going, is this another, oh, we're going to do 2.0s because InArt, and we'll show you because we'll do diecast and make him a big, thick, chunky boy because everybody loves that. But I still just come back to, like, he didn't even have a solo movie. He didn't even have a solo movie as Batman. Why are there so many figures of this guy? Why is he so... I don't get it. Like, I love Batman. I never vibed with the Ben Affleck Batman. I'm sorry. I've now got the Star Wars people and the Batfleck fans that hate me. That's cool. I'm a resilient person. But I'm just really at a loss as to how many times they're going to make a Ben Affleck Batman from 2 movies and 2 cameos. Why? Like, I just don't understand why they... I don't know. I'm just... All the characters that, you know, people have asked for that they haven't made. And let's just make more Batflecks. Thanks, Howard.
Helen
You know-
dropping bombs is true. Ayo saying toxic Helen unleashed.
She's not
Maybe.
wrong though. Like, from someone who actually collects DC and likes and a fan of DC, that is saying something. And I totally agree. Like, for me, okay, this is coming from someone that is not collecting DC and who's not into DC. There's a lot of other DC stuff and other like Batmans, but we're getting a lot of Batflecks for some reason. And like a lot of them. And for me, I saw this guy and I straight went through and I straight went like, didn't we get one recently? And I really had to think. I thought it was like
from
the
the
same one.
Flash movie. They're making him from the Flash movie. They're
I
making
don't know. Like,
just everything.
apparently Hot
Everything.
Toys loves this guy. I don't know. Maybe Ben Affleck, he just gives out his license really easily with a blank check. I don't know. I don't know what it is. But other than that, I think it's cool that they gave us a diecast version, and apparently the spear has a light up, which is awesome. Other than that, I don't know.
But the
why.
diecast, the deluxe version here in the deluxe version in Hong Kong is already $300. So if you going through Sideshow, probably you are getting it around something like 370 or 360 for the deluxe version. It's not cheap. It's not a cheap
Yowza.
figure for sure.
Yeah.
For the deluxe one, but comes with LEDs. It's true. It's true. Someone was asking here. The spear I don't think is LED.
I don't think
But
it's LED. No.
what is LEDs? The lights are these ones here, because I was checking these ones in the eyes.
Yeah.
I think those are lightened because the first version I remember was just plastic, white plastic, but this one really this one lighten up. It does. It does. I think this is like a kind of tease from Hot Toys that they are doing a BVS Superman.
Apparently.
But we also got the one from InArt coming, so maybe it will be cool to see. They going one with another. Maybe Hot Toys does an artisan Superman with the rooted hair. Who knows? Because the InArt one I think is sculpted, right?
It has
If I'm not
probably
mistaken.
little bit of
That curl at the
yeah,
front.
curl
A bit of
rooted
hair. Yeah.
yeah, Hot Toys
Blazing
can do it.
Asian was saying here that Helen, I love Batfleck, but Helen makes good points. And Brie
Thank
Artemis,
you.
I like Helen. Glad I'm not the only one thinking this. Okay. Helen is eating Ben harder than J-Lo does. Jesus.
Goodness.
I honestly want this release, but I don't think I'm the target audience. This drops, but yet no Neymar, Okoya, Wong. Yeah,
Like there's a lot
See?
of
that's
stuff
true.
you guys
There are
can
a lot of
do.
missing pieces.
Why so many
But one thing
Batflecks?
is true is that the Affleck Batman is very popular here in China.
Really?
Yeah, it's really popular.
Like,
They
more
really
than
like the
Christian
Affleck.
Bale. What was
No,
the other
not
one?
more. First Christian Bale and then Affleck for sure. Austin McLean saying if we were doing DC stuff, I'd rather get a Michelle Pfeiffer or a Kravitz Catwoman. Yeah.
100%.
But they need to
yes.
stick with the license they still have. Oh, Ellen, we can be friends now. Jose, missing opportunity.
Sorry.
Mike Fael, how are you? Hi everyone. Any concerns with articulation on these with the die-cast pieces depending on where they are placed on the figure? Don't expect too much articulation anyway. Actually, I'm here on the Hot Toys website. I don't know if they mention where is the die-cast pieces.
Well,
but I
from this
can
photo,
check
what
here.
and what I'm seeing, that chest piece by design, it shouldn't hinder you from any kind of articulation. I don't think it'll be that difficult, just because it's die-cast. I mean, if it was even plastic, if
No,
by
here,
design,
let me just ratify. Here they said is a LED kryptonite spear that requires USB activation.
really,
Yeah, the spear is LED.
that is awesome.
And the head comes with built-in LED glowing eyes, also with USB powered. So you got, I think is the way it works. It's
That's
USB
awesome.
powered both for the spear and both for the eyes. But
So
they
is
don't.
this a-
They don't.
Sorry if this is a silly question, but when you say USB activated spear, does that mean like it charges, or do you have to have a cable coming out of the spear?
You always need to
use
have a.
the
You
LED?
always need to have a cable.
Always
You always
plug
need
It's
to
gonna
have
be a
cable.
bit. It's gonna be a bit clunky, isn't it?
It is kind of off-putting. It is. Yeah, that's why I don't use it with my sabers. I
Okay.
don't like you. I don't like seeing
But-
those.
They do not disclose what parts. They just say some of the armor parts contain diecast. They don't say which ones.
I think there's a photo that they just show you which part is diecast. They just colored it really like a silver-ish, and you can see it.
Still waiting.
Just keep going. You'll get there.
Not only they. Can you see the cable there, Helen? On the right photo.
That's
see a
okay,
small-
but if you want him holding it, you don't want to have some big cable coming out of the spear if you're trying to pose him, using it as a weapon. If you're just going to have it standing there, okay, but I would have thought some people would want him to be holding it.
But I guess with this case, you gotta show.
I like the base, though.
The wire is gonna be
Yeah,
apparent.
the
apparently.
base looks cool.
Or is that the only way you can light it up? Like
Okay.
it has to be in the
I
base
got
like
it,
that?
Christian. So
Yeah.
is this one that you say is the armor
Yeah.
die-cast armor parts? So is
Yeah.
these pieces here?
My question is, if you guys are making a diecast, why are the other parts not diecast? Is it not doable?
You are crazy. This will be insanely heavy.
No,
if
no,
they
because like
do
you see
everything in
other like
die-cast.
armor pieces that are not diecast, where some of these are. So I don't know why they chose some of these to be
to give
diecast
some
and
weight
others.
to the figure and to give more realism. It's normal. They add some die-cast pieces.
All right, fair point. Fair point.
But is that something people were asking for with the original, where people are like, oh, it's great, but gee, I want die-cast. Because I get people have this thing for die-cast, but is it, I don't know, in a figure like this, is it really that
is it
essential to
necessary?
have it? Does it make that much difference? I don't know. I don't have a Batman with die-cast, and it's never something that I've gone, gee, I'd love my Christian Bale Batman if it had more die-cast.
Yeah, Optical has a good point here. Many people are talking about this, that now it's only 2.0s, 2.0s, 2.0s. And TX Boy saying crazy how the DC figures are flooding the market. Does help collectors with feeling they're getting value when another 2.0 drops. Yeah. Needed diecast Blue Beetle. You can keep dreaming. RoboBet Bunny saying it's okay, Helen. I can stand Christian Bale. To each their own. There you go. There you go.
It makes no difference to
go.
my life that you don't like Christian Bale. You do you.
Jesus, Helen.
I said chonky with an O. Chonky.
Let me see. A big thug chunky boy. This is R-rated Collectors United. Yen. Aunt Jemima. I'm a Batfleck fan, but she does have a point. I think everyone is kind of agreeing.
Yeah.
Hot Toys just trying to cover InArt Batman. Maybe, because they did say they are going to do the Affleck, right?
Yeah,
But
they did.
we don't know. P. Cucaracha, because you don't know nothing about Batman. That's so dumb. Oh my god. He's talking about two.
I don't know who this is, but have a great day.
No, but he's not talking about you. Don't get offended.
I don't know what he's talking. I don't know who they are, what they're talking
All
about.
we really
but
want back is that bad nipple 97 suit. Come on, Hot Toys. Trimble Dust.
I think what
Logic
people
and
want's
Hot
the
Toys don't
Panther
mix.
suit. The Val Kilmer Panther suit, right? Lots of people want that.
Jim Collector, feel like Batfleck had a lot of potential but was let down with the films he was in. Definitely my favorite Batman character in figure form so far though. Strong shelf presence. Good. The Batman regular version fit well with the other Flash figures USB-C bases. Oh, is it the regular one as the same base? Do you guys think Otto is gonna do Superman 2.0? I think so.
Yep.
I think that's a given already, because not only because of the teasing they are giving here, but they are going to 2.0 all these BVS stuff.
BVS, Marvel, Star Wars. I think they're gonna do 2.0.
No.
on everything.
I don't think they are going to the Marvel hole on 2.0. So I don't know. The overview picture says LED USB Kryptonite Spear. Yes, I checked. Was my mistake earlier. Lot of comments here. This set and was discounted on Sideshow back in the day. Let's see if it sells this time around. I don't think so. Unless it's really a very low, like a real lower run. Just wait for the next Artisan Wonder Woman. Well, WB100 was half Artisan, right? Do they need to go again with one?
But you always said it was never artisan, you know.
The deputy in the house, how are you? They put diecast on this, but not their super barrel droid. Make it make sense. Exactly, the super barrel droid it's all steel and they just make it in plastic.
Don't even get me
The race now between InArt and Hot Toys is who drops BVS Wonder Woman first. I think it's not who drops first, but for example, did you guys notice that? And it is amazing that we are basically going now to talk about.
Yeah, let's move on.
We are going to talk about the InArt Batman. Don't you guys think that Hot Toys releasing the Batman figure 2022 figure first was a good move from them, and they came with a real good figure? But now when you see this InArt one, I start to wonder, do you think we are going to see people going for the InArt one, trying to get it in the aftermarket and selling the Hot Toys one?
If you're a
Look.
real fan of that 22 Batman and you are definitely getting a figure, and if you're choosing either InArt or Hot Toys, I think most people will choose InArt after seeing a lot of comparison video, well, photos at least. At this point, yeah, I think that is what I'm expecting from a lot of people. if you got the Hot Toys, and if you have room to upgrade yours, I'm gonna say upgrade because it looks better in my eyes. So like, yeah, I think there could be a kind of a chase pre-order or figure at this point. I don't know what will be for the future later on, but at this point, I think a lot of people will be looking for, you know, their new pre-order of what if they haven't of the 22 InArt.
I'm going to have. I'm going.
Well, I don't
I'm going
know.
to
I
have
don't
to
know
mute
that they are,
this.
Christian. I feel like it's been like the past 24 hours in the groups have been so interesting. Like I feel like there's some real tribalism going on between the Hot Toys fans and the InArt fans, and
Really?
I think for me
we
with
never
this,
have that.
never. But I think we've had this debate in the past, and I think to me, I've always said like, what do you want as a collector? Are you about, oh my god, it has to be 100% screen accurate, or you're like, that's a cool figure? Because for me, I know I'm not sitting here worrying about neck collars and things like that. I'm like, is it a cool figure? Do I think it represents the character? Can I tell who that is? And I'm not gonna study the suit in the way some people do. There's some people who need 100% screen accurate, and that's fine. If you're that kind of collector, I can appreciate that that's your preference. So I think it just depends, but I think we're seeing a lot of people being very vocal about their brand loyalty, and again, fair enough. But I mean, I don't know, and I'd be keen to know. I mean, I'm no skin in the Battinson game, but are there people that have the Hot Toys figure that are sitting there feeling a whole bunch of FOMO? Because I still think the Hot Toys one is really good. I feel like there's no losers in this. I think if you got either one, it looks really good. I don't think you can look at one and go, this one is the grail and this one is trash. I think both, as I say, to me look really great. And I think what we're waiting for is a proper comparison, because I know a lot of people in the groups have tried to put images side by side to show us the differences, but I think it's really hard when the figures might be at different angles or they're not in the same lighting conditions. I think it can be hard to do that proper comparison. So I think a little bit we've got to reserve some judgment till we start getting that footage. But I can't, for me, I can't look at either of them and go, that one is considerably worse than the other. I think both have strong points, but both look good overall. And I think that's a great thing for collectors. I think no matter which horse you backed, you got a great figure, in my view.
Absolutely.
Why is using a hair dryer on these?
Oh
box?
god, I don't know.
I'm guessing the heat will reveal something that we're not seeing in the first. I have no idea.
Okay, but this review is good.
It is.
But it's long as hell. This is 30 minutes. This guy went with everything.
We can skip some. We don't need to see all the instructions and everything. We know
There's
all
always
this
a letter.
from InArt. Yeah. Thank you for, you know, whatever. Blah 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 blah. But yeah,
Okay,
like,
let's go.
Yeah, like
Okay.
I'm not saying the Hot Toys one is trash in no way, but like I'm saying like because in a situation when you have room for more money, I'm gonna say more money, but if you want the best one, like the best looking one possible out there other than customs, I think one would choose InArt. We will be looking at comparison photos. I'm not saying the Hot Toys
Oh, you need to assemble all the stuff in the InArt Batman. The suit comes completely. You need to assemble all the utility belts, everything. Maybe because it's die-cast?
Because that's the thing
not
with
sure.
the belt at the
Nice.
back, you've got to adjust it, and then it seems quite long, and then you've got to kind of wrap it around yourself. And I'm not going to lie, I saw some of this assembly and went, I can see, I hope they're robust, because I hope people aren't breaking them trying to put all this stuff on.
It's gonna happen for some people. Yeah. But that is pretty cool. You can actually put it inside. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this gun looks cool. They did
Now that
this
kind of
very
detail
well.
is what people are asking
Yeah.
from InArt.
Oh, there's a Velcro there.
Mm-hmm.
That's Velcro.
Yeah, I like the way this cape attaches. You pull off the chest piece, you put the cape on, and then you stick the chest piece back and it holds the cape in place.
Yeah, there was an image that come up, right? When you use the air dryer. Hey, Luminara, how are you? Luminara in the house, how are you? Welcome. Jesus, looks like he's falling. He's falling.
He's about to fall in any minute.
Yes, well, I don't want to dress up my own dolls. What the fuck? Is this a build-a-figure? Who wants that collector's gonna be breaking their Batman left and right? So Kid Chen needs to be ready for replacements. Oh, but this sculpt is beautiful.
But to
The
be
way they
fair,
made the call?
From people in the chat, because I think there's really divided opinions about this. Do people think the cowled head sculpt looks a bit small? Because I've seen people say it looks small. I've seen people say no, the Hot Toys is a Mr. Potato Head.
Hi.
I'd
Bye.
love to know. Oh, hi, bye.
yeah,
How are
that
you,
was
my
the
friend?
biggest question of this week for me because everybody was saying, even in Korea, everybody was saying the sculpt, the head size is too small. It feels like his chest and his body is massive, just like underscaled.
Oh, the army
Is
figures.
it true? Wait.
Those ones were really difficult. The DID figures.
Because when we see the Hot Toys version, like the proportions to the body and the head size is significantly different from InArt and Hot Toys. So I don't know which one is supposed to be
think-
right.
These details here on these pieces are very well done. I kind of
agree.
want to scroll.
But to go back on that
I-
build a figure thing, I think it's fair that we, when you get it and you put those inside, because if you don't, and when they come built in, like put in like that, you don't know what's gonna happen when you open it up. Because
You know what? This cape
a stick.
here, when he's touching here the cape, it gives me that vibes of the material that Hot Toys use for the X09.
that kind of vinyl-ish, what do you call them? Yeah, that kind
It
of
doesn't
fabric.
look too. It's a bit messed up, the cape, isn't it?
Isn't it supposed to be though?
Got some weathering on it. Cool. Oh, you see the details here on the pants?
I like that.
Oh, Jesus, what happened here?
Uh-oh.
Advertising?
Uh-oh.
What's this? What the hell? What's this, Gandalf? I don't want to see Gandalf, I want to see
You
Batman.
clicked on
Okay.
the...
Sorry, guys. I want to turn off the sound. I don't want to listen to him because then... Okay.
There you go.
Oh, you see that stretches over there?
That is amazing.
Hmm.
Like
A lot
these
of
kind of
Velcro.
details is why like this is what people are asking from InArt and what they deliver actually. And yes, they do cost a lot, like compared to Hot Toys. But other
You
than
see the articulation, the torso. Oh, that's a separate piece there.
even I used to say like all InArt is offering is the rooted hair and that's it. But in this case, definitely not. And we've seen a lot of cases with Gandalf, with Pennywise, Joker.
Okay, now
I
I want to
do
see
have
this
to
head
admit,
sculpt,
we'll
the rooted one.
We'll be seeing video of the base, but other than that, I think it's top notch. You see, this looks much better than the photos that we seen last week, which is like all puffy and weird. What do you guys think about the
The
rooted
sculpt-
sculpt? By
The
the way,
sculpt
Like,
looks fantastic, right?
I think it
One
looks
six shooter
awesome.
also saying the sculpt looks really fantastic. Yeah, but he's like arranging the hair. Yeah, InArt Bats looks fabulous. The abdomen just split. Did it? I didn't
Kinda did.
notice that. Huh? It did?
It did.
So why you didn't say before? Let me go. I need to see.
I thought you
see
saw
that.
it and you just didn't address it. And
No. That's when he's checking the articulation, right?
yeah,
Let me
then he
see.
like bends it the other way with his body.
It should be right here. No, it's before the legs. It's here after the arms.
I think somewhere here.
No, I don't see anything like. It's fine. I would like to see how he's moving the eyes. I would like to see if he's the same as the Joker's. Probably is.
Yeah, we just saw it, but I think it looks the same as with the same system with the Joker.
Okay, yeah, he's exactly the same
Yeah.
with the two things. Wow, this looks beautiful. Look at this.
Yeah, I retract everything I said last week. Like this is.
Oh, this hair looks so real.
Yeah.
The hair didn't look this good in those photos they released
No,
previously.
no,
Not at all.
no.
Mm-hmm. This is like the perfect messy hair. that
Gin
I was
Oni, yeah,
expecting.
I'm just going to go through this one first, and then we are going to see the comparison. The other one, I already saw the other one. I'm just going to, because this one I think is the more detailed one that we have until now. That you really can see the details on the on the figure craft in the house. How are you, figure craft? Oh, Randall is here. Randall, how are
Randall's
you? Oh
here.
my god, he looks so
Hey,
hot.
Randall.
They've got to be more careful with casual shots they release. Exactly, completely. They need to be really careful with the shots, because it's not what I'm seeing here. It's completely different than what the shots they show. Let me see if they are showing anything more that is worth to check. Here's some poses.
I have
Here
to
is
say,
the
in some of the
veterans.
footage I've seen, the articulation, particularly with the arms and some of the fighting poses, looks really good. I know with some of the Dark Knight figures, those outfits can be really restrictive, so I have been quite impressed with how poseable the upper body does seem to be.
Now about these paper accessories, do you guys think they were necessary?
They are a bit
I think it would have
necessary.
been fine without them, personally.
I want to see these.
Oh,
I'm very
God.
curious about these.
I'm not a fan
The
of this.
magnets
This is
moving.
ridiculous. No one wants to do this. Like, if you repose your figure, you don't want to have to go, excuse me, I got to open up the base and slide magnets around. I'm still just perplexed.
But at least
as
you
to
got an
why-
option, because you can have it with the legs spread. At least
But
you
why
have the
not
option,
just
right?
make the whole surface
Like-
magnetic?
Yeah,
why,
I totally
why
stand
do
with
this?
Helen.
Because
This
that
looks
thing's going to
cool.
break. Those tracks are going to
This
break.
laptop looks cool.
Okay, this laptop is pretty cool, but back to the base. If we're like being offered the best figure like possible,
Also, now it's the
Why-
sculpted, isn't it?
I think it is. But why can't
Oh no, it's the Bruce Wayne. It's the Bruce
why can't
Wayne.
they just put the magnets all over the base so that it's easier to use
100%.
and not so like
This
I
is
have never
sculpted, the rooted
seen-
one.
I have never expected a base to be so gimmicky. Like
I don't understand why. Like, surely it would be less fiddly and easier to just make the whole surface magnetic. Or have the option that people can attach a crotch grabber if that's their preference. If you, for some reason, don't want to make the whole surface magnetic, have a little plug at the back where people can put in a stand if that's what they want. Like, give people the option. But think slide this and push that one up and push that one down. It's going to be annoying and it's potentially going to break. And I just still think the easier thing would have been to make it all a magnet.
A strangely over-engineered base. This makes
I
me
mean, that's
excited
my
for
point.
poll treaties. Also, hope InArt follows through and does post a poll asking people if they want crutch grabbers included. I don't know. But poll treaties, I think that one is going to be beautiful. Can you send us
I
a link
hope
of this
so.
video? Yeah, of course. Let me link. No, I'm not going to send you now, and then you are going to watch the video and you leave the stream. I will put it in the description afterwards. I need to put it anyway. Let's face it,
anyways-
nobody reposes their figures much anyway. Not a big deal. Set it and
Some
forget
people
it.
do.
It's like they overcomplicated the base. Maybe a bit. I'm not this Bruce Wayne. I don't know. I'm not feeling so much the hair, to be honest.
It's a very
Or maybe it's the lighting.
straightforward-
Is the lighting? I don't know. Something.
You took the words out of my mouth. I was going to ask, is it the lighting? Because the sculpt, Shuri, looks a bit
very
soft.
waxy, right?
It looks,
Yeah,
I think
it-
it's very
Kinda.
harsh lighting because the likeness is not there on this one, but I don't think that's the sculpt. I think, okay, Shuri, what do you
Jesus,
think?
this guy got a hands. It comes with a key.
I think it's multiple things. I think
Oh,
it's the lighting
more
and the kind
papers.
of like lacking of focus from the camera, which just making the sculpt look weird.
I've seen better detail from InArt on the hands. Bro, wash your hands, Jesus. Base, this is a Bruce Wayne base.
Okay, other than the gimmicky side from the base, I think it's cool. They don't recycle their bases.
This is the piece I'm very interested in. The back signal, this thing, and comparing with the
Yeah.
Hot Toys one, this one is completely. This is huge. Look at this piece.
I've seen the comparison
The
with the Hot
weathering
Toys.
is
This is
beautiful.
much bigger, and I'm hearing this is more accurate by size.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
one
and
big-
the light colors are more accurate.
Will it turn on the lights? I would like to see.
Yeah, because
Okay.
I love
I
the
think
front.
he does.
Like, you can have it fully closed or you flip up the panels to show the bat signal. It's really cool.
Oh, but this is with batteries, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
not USB.
Is it double A's? Oh, there you go.
Whoa,
Yeah.
beautiful
great.
effect. Look at that.
Dang.
Beautiful effect. Beautiful effect. Anyway, I think this is all for these ones. I want to check the other one. The other one that they compare the two Batmans.
I have a question
Uh,
for you guys in the chat.
This one.
Until now, with the InArt figures that we've gotten, we didn't need a lot of action posing, but with this one, it's kind of different. Do you guys think, at least with this Batman, they should have offered a flight pole or something like that? Because with these kind of bases, you can't really do a dynamic pose to say, if you know what I mean.
And, oh, that is interesting. So the first one's like flight pole, but no, you could have a kind of, jumping in the air, coming down to punch
Yeah, something
someone.
like that.
So, ooh, but this is the thing that I'm saying. Like, give collectors the option. Like, I understand InArt has said, oh, we're all about the aesthetic, but some people want the security of having a crotch grabber, a waist grabber, and I think a flight pole, particularly, I like the way they've done the sort of transparent ones. Like, give people the options. I think it's so easy to have little cutouts in the base that can have just little covers on them or something, and give people that flexibility. Like, I think that would be great.
I'm sure I skip here a lot of parts because I wanted to see the two together. Let me see here.
Oh, is this the comparison with the Hot Toys?
Look at the detail here. But I don't know, this sculpt still feels soft to me.
I think this looks better
is a
than
se-
the other video, at least.
I don't know. Come on, show us the Hot Toys near the... Okay. InArt Hot Toys. The suit is different. The patterns on the suit, they are different. They are two different. They are different completely.
They are.
It is
Especially
interesting. The InArt body looks a lot sort of stockier. And then the Hot Toys looks like it has a really big head when you have them side by side.
And my question is to the, true fans or whatever, which one is the correct one or closer one? Because I have no idea.
here we cannot see well because I don't know why this guy put here these. I can move these.
Oh,
Jesus, I didn't know. I even don't know what's this. Jesus.
You live in China.
Can I
know?
can I hide these? Oh, it doesn't matter. The pieces here, the InArt one is they are shorter. These ones are longer, the Hot Toys one. They really went with different patterns in the suit.
Like his
InArt
body
Hot
shape is totally different from InArt and
Yeah.
Hot Toy. Like his muscle structure and his body shape is like I think almost every detail is different by proportion. And I don't know why that happened. Because I would imagine like Warner Brothers would offer both companies the same design and whatever like file they have. So why do these companies each have different outputs? Why does that happen?
I don't know. And I think that was kind of something we were discussing before, because at times, sometimes Hot Toys has been caught out because they've used an early design or concept of a suit and then it's changed in the movie, like the reverse Spider-Man suit from No Way Home, right? Like they got caught short on that. It got changed from the original concept and that's why they released it early. So I don't know if that's the case, if InArt looked at different source material, it's different quality of the people working on the figure. I don't know. Is it Hot Toys just using the bodies that they have? Did InArt develop something specific? I don't know, but it's I didn't expect the differences to be in the proportions to be that significant.
Oh, that would be cool, figure craft. That would be cool. Carefully, Juan, delete your search history. What search history? I don't have any search history on Bilibili. I never watched Bilibili. Yeah, but I think now is basically only showing the ends and showing he doesn't. I don't know if he has the Batman. This is the Hot Toys one.
No, this is the InArt.
Yeah, InArt one, because theirs have all the slats that open.
Yeah.
He doesn't show the Hot Toys one probably. I would like to see him. Yeah, he got a
I'm
good
guessing
light.
he's gonna do a comparison soon, I think.
I don't think so. Oh, there you
Oh,
go.
there it is.
There you go.
Jesus
Huge.
Christ, what
Yeah,
the
that's
difference!
A big size
Yeah, that's
difference.
It's like they are a different scale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One is a whoa. This is a huge difference, the size.
Even the design is different for some reason.
I don't think the front of the Hot Toys one articulates the way the InArt one does.
Bro, this doesn't look good sitting there. Looks very awkward.
Hello.
This was the worst part in the movie. I hated this part when he goes with the flashlight. Oh,
I have
was...
to agree. Yeah, I watched this movie in the theaters and I didn't really like the ending.
Oh.
Is there any other one? No, I don't want to stay here giving more views to. I'm going to post a link of the video here in the chat if you guys want to check. But I think we can move forward to the two topics we got for this week, because I think oh no, I still want to go with the InArt Batman, because Helen, we talked about this before. But since we are here, we better just play the video. Do you think, because now we already have, I was counting here, we have around 3, 4, 5 reviews of Batman on Bilibili in this Chinese website. These are not for normal collectors. These are basically bloggers and video creators, influencers, whatnot. For InArt, this is like considered a release. But do you think the Batman released, or you think that it's only released when Kit and other stores show us that they received their shipments and they are going to start sending invoices?
That's a really good question, and I'm currently debating that, because I feel like if Gandalf still has another wave, can we say that's released? Like, people are still waiting for it, and I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, I feel like people got that in August last year. That's a significant gap if someone got it in August 2023 and someone's getting that in April 2024. That's a long period of time. So I guess this is the thing that I've been questioning, because InArt sends a few out and goes, oh, it's released. And what we're not seeing behind the scenes until we come to the chat and we hear firsthand from collectors is, yeah, it's released, but not really. And I think that's what we have to ask as a community. What do we consider released? Because we're not used to this scenario of these rolling batches, because that's not how it's worked with other companies. So for me, I have been debating, do you say InArt has 3 releases if they're still shipping out Gandalfs? I don't know that you do, and I don't know that I call this released, because it's a handful of reviewers who have got it. Like, do collectors have it in China? Like, can you say, oh yeah, there's like 100 collectors in China that have an InArt Batman?
No. At this moment, I'm positive that there are not 10 people in China that have these. I would say
so
10.
I don't know that you can say it's released. To me, I don't think you can say it's released then. If it's just some reviewers have it, that's not released to me. It's not.
Okay, but into that point, you also could not say that Hot Toys haven't released Padme, C-3PO, Toby, Spider-Man, because Sideshow hasn't shipped everything of these figures.
But
you said you are considering a release only when everyone has the figure.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like, as a community, like, what do we think? Because I don't think currently you can say the Batman is released.
For Hot Toys, I consider a release when they release it in Hong Kong. For me, if they release it in Hong Kong, it's released.
I tend to agree. And particularly because we've seen quite often there's not that real delay anymore between Hong Kong and the US. Like, it feels like stuff is going on Sideshow very quickly now. But we don't have a scenario with Hot Toys where it's taking 8 months because the product isn't produced. No, but I mean, there's delays because you might have distribution of Hot Toys is shipping it to Sideshow, and then Sideshow is sending it to Icon Collectibles, who are giving it to Pop Culture to then list it. Like, that's a delay because that's the supply chain, right? But it's not, I don't have my figure because Hot Toys is still making it. Like, that's not the scenario we're typically in, and we're not really been in a scenario where Hot Toys has taken 8 months to complete a batch of figures. But as I said, this is something I've been debating of, with the Gandalf, is that considered released if there's still another wave to go? And I don't know. That's why I'm keen to hear what the sentiment is of people, because right now, the Batman, I don't consider that released until I see a post from Kitchen saying, I've sent out invoices this to that for the Batman. That's when I think you can start considering, is this released?
No, I don't think that's accurate. I think I think I would consider InArt release when InArt start to shipping to customers that bought in their website here in China. I think that's a release.
Fair enough.
That's
Yes,
fair.
I'm forgetting they can buy
because then
direct.
Kit also need to wait for his batch, then arrive to Kit warehouse. So I think like that. But InArt, I don't know if you guys watch John. He was on Brother Cousins. He was talking with him, and John he admitted that they are going to continue with the influencer batch first. He already admitted that, but I just thought strange because he said we would see the reviews or the first reviews in 2 weeks. He said, but it's been 3 days and the reviews are already here. So it was way faster than they were thinking.
If I may.
But yeah, like Optical is saying that it's a difference if I wanted to buy a C3PO in Hong Kong. You can get it. Just have to pay more, but it's an option. I'm not sure I can do with InArt. Yeah, that's also. Bob Dylan saying it's released when Spec Fiction ships it. That warehouse is stuck in 2012 on a prune timeline. Profi saying same with waiting for Hot Toys in US. Yeah, but InArt release in batches. Exactly, they release in batches. The more I look at this version, the more it reminds me of the Jim Lee concept drawings of the Batman and its proportions. That was much bulkier. It was really fast. I thought we would get them next week. Yeah, it was really fast, and maybe is a good thing that we are seeing so many of these.
Definitely.
It's a moot point to have an influencer batch when the item is already long sold out. What are you trying to influence? FOMO? Yeah, exactly. This is a very good point because I remember John said something that they want influencers to showcase and to show to the collectors how the figure looks like, but it's like the collectors that wanted this figure, they already pre-order and the pre-orders are closed. You cannot get the figure anyway, so you only create FOMO. It's basically that. Prototype reviews while the item is still up for pre-order makes more sense. Exactly. But I think Justin does that, doesn't he? He did this Batman pretty early before, didn't he? The sculpted one?
Yeah, he's done some sample
I think he did.
bigger reviews, yeah.
Well, the review for this figure right now for influencers is a race. Oh, it is really a race. Even here in China, because these guys, they are pumping the reviews faster, right? And there's still no any review on YouTube. I guess Jeddah and Justin should already have theirs in hands. Jeddah already showed the box. So I think Justin and Jeddah should have the review out very soon.
Most likely.
But Dimitri in the house. Hi, bro. We wish you a great stream and would like to know when Dexter is coming out. Dexter is coming out within this second quarter. I think it's almost finished. He's now he's just dressing up and something like that, but he's almost finished. I know, believe me. I guess the influencer batch goes some way to reassure collectors to keep their pre-orders. Well, maybe, right? Especially with this Batman, because there were people like InArt Batman never comes out. I can just get the Hot Toys one. It's what it is. It's Randall saying getting in hands for influencer is done for the next figure they put up for pre-order. And 160's net says the point to have influencers who should put out good videos instead of random people with cell phone cameras. It's PR for the brand image and future pre-orders. Well, didn't say these early batches feels like my DoorDasher showing me pics of my food and then telling me they are coming late.
Point.
Yes, optical is the Dexter, the licensed one from Flashback. It's still happening. I think it will go out like I would guess the latest June, end of June, and then sending my food to an influencer person and take pics.
Bob's on fire.
He's on point, literally. And
Yeah, it's true.
look, these influencer batches, I think this is the part when InArt really is only thinking about themselves, other than because everything else they're asking all of us, the collectors, what we want, what else is there that needs fixing or being added. Right until when they need to release something, they don't care about collectors' feedback, because for them this is all marketing. For them, putting something out and telling people around the world, like everyone in the world, that they have gotten a product out means something to them. It just means progress to them. But for us, it doesn't mean anything. And I've heard John say this from from Jay's interview, saying that it's something that they are gonna stick with on the future and something they cannot control. If you guys are on that route, yeah, it is something that cannot be controlled. But in my opinion, this is not some kind of school project or homework. You just put something out there and I'm done. Whatever. Because with Hot Toys, even Hot Toys takes a long time for them to release all of their batches. I get it. But their time period is much shorter. And that's why I agree with Joao. When there is something released on Hong Kong, when I see pictures, I consider that a release. Because at least for me, if I have pre-ordered any of it from a store, I'll at least get it in a month or so. At like maximum. But with InArt, what I'm seeing, that maximum rate could go on to from like that ranges from 6 months to like 8 or maybe a year. And personally, that is way too long. That gap is way too wide. And you guys can actually control that. Just putting out a couple products for reviewers, it's good for you guys, for telling everyone that you guys have done your homework. I get it. But for people who actually pre-order your product and buying your stuff, it's really difficult to see a product out there and then in the internet and gotta wait for like 6 months or so. I gotta be honest, I haven't gotten a InArt figure yet. My first piece is gonna be Paul, and from what I'm seeing, from what I'm expecting, this is gonna be a big production, a massive production. So it's gonna take a while. I'm hoping it won't take a year for mine to be shipped, for anybody else too. But you guys can actually control this. That gap window from a reviewer batch to a regular batch is just, for me, I feel you guys can actually kind of shrink it down, but it's something I cannot control. So I'm just gonna be vocal about that, and I'll just leave it there.
I think this ties into what we were saying last week as well. Like, realistically, if it takes them this long to do batches, how many figures can we expect them to actually produce in a year? Because they're showing us a lot of things, but
Ellen,
if
to
it's taking
that
8 months,
point, yes, but to that point, and I kind of agree with what John said on brother cousin live stream, that it takes an enormous amount of time to take care of the rooted figures. It's not just something that you just go into a production line and just go packing. They need it needs a person to take care of one by one. It's it should be difficult, should be very, very demanding. And John said they were hiring more workers. But listen, I don't think it's every kind of worker that can do the routing and arrange the hair. For sure, they cannot. The children will not do that. The children will assemble the normal accessories. But anyway, the professor is saying, I wait more than 6 months for the Joker and Gandalf after Juan got his review out. No big deal. But it's interesting, you know, because now I kind of want to see how it feels like in the other side of the fence, because since now I'm out of the early influencer reviewers, I'm one of you. I want to see how long time will I wait for my Batman, because I ordered the premium, the deluxe with the back signal, the 2 rooted, and I remember I ordered that, I think within the first hour in the first day. So I want to see how long will I wait to, and I'm calmly waiting, and I'm enjoying to see these first reviews, because kind of assure me that I did the right choice, because I really like what I'm seeing. But again, I'm just showing this photo here because this is atrocious. Really, is a huge difference.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know. Seems like very out of scale. Figurecraft saying they need to look at used and Jazz Inc. His productivity level and distribution have improved year over year. I know it's apples to orange, but he's doing something right. Yeah, but once is not also have a point. Just is making like 300 vehicles. They are routing 5,000 figures. Oh, Bob Dylan, don't remind me that. The Joker 4-pack will be a pre-order you pass down to your children, maybe your grandchildren, and if you are not an influencer, imagine 4 figures and routed.
We'll see.
3 of them are routed. It will take a long wait. Think of the children. The child barbers of China will have gainful employment for years to come. Jesus Christ. Anyway, I think... let me see. PSA, if you want fast order kit day 1, if you want it to be delivered taped to the shell of a turtle that crosses the world, go with spec fiction. Yeah, spec fiction, because they need to receive the thing. The thing by container. They receive the stuff by container, so it takes a long time also to arrive there. How is bread out of the influencer batch? Makes no sense. Everyone is gonna complain they don't have the figure yet, no matter who reviews it first. Exactly. Everyone is going to complain don't have the figure yet. No matter who reviews it first. Because I'm not an influencer. InArt decided that I'm not an influencer. So, and I also don't consider myself an influencer. I'm just a disruption in the force. Thron's office saying, I have the Hot Toys version and the rooted on the way. Really looking forward to do it. The signal with a warm light looks amazing too. It's true. It's Randall. Where is my influencer badge? They didn't order this, but where is it? I don't know, Randall. You need to contact InArt. I think they will like you. We all like you. You are such a funny character. Anyways, let's just go fast here into the topic of the week that Ellen was kind enough to arrange. And we are just going with this one because I think it's an interesting topic that Ellen want to talk about. Flipping figures is a fair game or against the spirit of collecting? So you mean like because this question can be very tricky. It depends the interpretation you have of it. You meaning, for example, if I buy 2 Hot Toys, I get one for my collection and one for flipping? Or you mean what? A Hot Toys that is already in your collection and then the price goes up and you sell it because you can win money from it? What's the point?
I think it's probably a little bit of both, because I thought when we were talking about the Umbra Trooper, wasn't that an exciting discussion? Monica had some really interesting comments about the landscape in Hong Kong, and there's a guy who was talking about a guy there that every time there seems to be not just a figure drop, but a sneaker drop and things are dropping, he's got the army of people that are going to buy up as much stock as they can to mark up the
Hey,
price.
Fizzy.
And I guess it's a scale as well, right? It's kind of different if you're buying 10 deliberately to flip, and it's different if you've maybe bought a figure, you've gone, gee, the hype is high, the price has gone up, I can sell it at a profit and then maybe buy it back later if I really want it for a lower price. But I think just the sentiment of flipping, because I feel like it's not just an issue in collectibles, but as I said, in sneakers, Xboxes, whatever it is, there seems to be an issue where people that have no interest in things, they're buying up stuff deliberately to sell like that, and that affects collectors. Like, it affects the market, it inflates things. And you know, as I said, it is a little bit different to I've bought something, the hype is high, I'm selling it off. But that sense of buying something deliberately to hold on to it, to increase the value, or waiting to see and then selling it, how do people feel about it? Because I think if you've personally bought a figure, the hype is high, you may be going, oh, do I really need this in my collection? No, I'm going to cash in. I kind of go fair game. You've bought that with intent. You wanted that in your collection, and people's collections change. Like, you might change direction. You might not like a certain thing. You might decide to collect other things. But I think when people are kind of going, oh, this is a limited figure, I'm going to try to buy as many of them as I can because I know the hype is going to be real and I can flip these in my local BST groups for double the price or however much. Is that really in the spirit of collecting? So if I was like, cool, I can get like 7 Umbra Troopers and I'm going to list them in all the Australian groups and just, you know, rub my hands and make money. Like, is that in the spirit of collecting? Like, I don't think it is. I don't think if you're buying stuff with the intent, like in that example, just to flip it and profit. But I don't know. Some people are like, well, that's the game, that's the environment. I just think when things are limited, it does disappoint me that we've got people just buying stuff to flip because, you know, I'm a bit idealistic and I'd love those things to go to collectors at the price they were intended, not via some middleman who's adding a markup because that's their business. And as I said, totally understand that's the landscape we're in. But I don't know. I don't particularly like it. That's all I'm saying.
With me
Christian,
personally,
what do you think?
I don't like the idea of someone actually considering these as an investment and buy like loads of them just to make money. But it is a reality of what our hobby is. It is like we say collecting, but we are collecting collectibles. Collectibles are supposed to be like kind of these chase kind of items and products, and with that kind of nature, the value does kind of fluctuate. It could drop and it could rise, but I say anything is only worth only if someone's, you know, willing to pay it. I see all these flippers, scalpers, and what that tells me is that particular criteria of product is doing well and flourishing in the market. Because let's say somebody listed a Umbra Trooper for like $800, and if it doesn't sell, that price won't stay there forever. And if the average market price is at that range point, it means there are people paying for that. So as long as there are people who actually match up to these asking prices, it's your freedom to list them however much you want to make money out of these, because it's a reality we have to face. It's your business if you want to make money out of this, but with these figures, I think it's a little more. I can control myself with these figures because I know there's ample enough for me to wait, and with time, it usually solves the problem. When the hype dies down, the value isn't up there so much. But I see, especially what happened recently with NYC stuff. They don't have a lot of what do you call them? Run of numbers. They usually make about like these days they don't make much. They make less than 100. And recently NYC has decided to ban everyone who has tried to like overprice these even before it's released. And I get that because when you buy something, when you pre-order something and you list it double the amount at that particular Facebook group, that tells everyone that you had no intention to get these to keep them. You just wanted to make money. And it's outrageous. I get it. These are very, very small runs and you only get them to make however money you want to make them. That's, again, it's your freedom, but it is very disappointing to see. And I totally understand why NYC did decide to ban these people. I totally get it. Like later on time when the thing actually releases and these are on hands on people, and later on as that item gains value, I think it's more justified if you are asking more price, asking more money on it. But even before the thing is out, you're trying to make money out of this. That's when I draw the line and say that you're just way too greedy. Like if someone was asking me to buy my figures for whatever the amount, the double or triple, yeah, I'll just take it. Fine, whatever, because I never intended to buy these to make money. If these figures somehow magically just gains value overnight, yeah, why not? I get it. By accident, I understand that. But if your only intention is to get in to make money, I feel like that's not collecting, that's just investing.
So tell me one thing. Imagine a person that is a collector, okay? He ordered 2 Gandalfs from InArt because he thinks that the Gandalf will go up in price. He gets 1 Gandalf for his collection, keeps the second Gandalf, and after a while sell that Gandalf for $800 or I don't know what, $900. Then he takes that money and pre-orders the Paul Atreides from InArt. And does the same thing. Are you against this?
Specifically with Gandalf and Paul, no, because they were never like
No, I'm talking
exclusive.
generally.
I feel like that's
think
using
it
your
depends,
collection to
though.
fund your collection, which I
No,
think is a bit
he is not
different.
using his collection to fund his
I
collection
think- no, I
because
think
he's
it
buying
is 'cause-
extra. He's
But-
buying extra to sell.
I think they're not buying like 10 and sitting on 10 and flipping 10 with the intent of just, I want to take profit and then spend that money elsewhere. Like, yes, they're anticipating a gain, which, you know, that's a gamble. Let's be honest. Some of these figures don't gain. InArt does at the moment. But then they're buying more things for their collection. They're not going, cool, I flipped Gandalf, I'm now going on vacation. Like, they're
Okay.
not doing it as I'm profiteering and this is my income. Like, I don't work a day job because I flip figures. Like, for me, I feel like that's a little bit different. And I've seen quite a few examples in the comments where, like, I totally get what people are saying. If you've got a figure, you're tired of it, you know, you can trade it for something a bit more valuable or a grail, I totally get that. Because I don't think you're
not only
buying
that, not only
12
that,
of them to profit off.
Yeah. For example, today I saw. I will tell this story just after. The deputy is saying here, I'm seeing people who got the Umbra Trooper able to trade it for grails that they actually want. I also think that's fine. They got a limited piece, and they will use it as a exchange for a grail that they want. And 160's Nuts is saying it's definitely not the spirit of collecting, because they aren't collecting, they are intending to flip. But if I buy a crosshair and then all of a sudden it's worth 700, you better believe I'm taking that
that's
money.
my point. Yeah.
Right? Thron's office is saying there's perhaps other definition, which is buying for trade bait. Like if you missed an artisan, you wanted so much to go for the next artisan to trade it for the first one. Yeah, there are a lot of ways of going with this. Shiny, how are you? I love the cracked mask Batman. You didn't kill Bruce Wayne, did Shields. Capitalism.
It is.
And Shiny saying they might actually gain value if hot toys use better materials. 160 is nuts, even saying even if you buy 10, there's nothing wrong with it. Gandalf wasn't limited, and then he wanted a chance to pre-order. Yeah, it's. I also kind of agree with that. But for example, today, the Chinese market is very reactive to stuff, and today when all these reviews start going out and these photos, there are listings already for this InArt Batman, the rooted with the bat light, with the bat signal, and the listings is for $1,700. You better believe that if someone offers me $1,700 for my InArt Batman, I would not blink twice. I will even go to his home to deliver it.
And I agree.
$1,700 for the InArt Batman? Of course. Take it out of my hands. And then I can buy the 84 Ecto one. That money would go directly to Korea to get my Ecto one.
You can get the Ecto 1, you can get the actual 4-pack. Yeah, you can do that. You can do that.
Yeah. Because the Chinese market is very reactive, very, very reactive. And I think sometimes they are so crazy that the listings are not selling listings, are buying listings, because they want to get the figure so fast that they are willing to pay double to have the figure faster. They are very, very reactive.
That's what I say. Like, that's when I say, like, as long as somebody is willing to pay for them, I think that's okay. That is in no way of greed criteria.
And there you go. For example, you see, I've saw in the last weeks at least a couple, I would say two or three, on the BST 16 Republic, people selling the Ghostbusters 4-pack, the Blitzway for $3,000, $2,800. That's the market value.
Yeah.
You don't want the guy that has the 4-pack to go sell it at the retail value. Okay, $820 for these.
Of course not.
Of course, he's following the market value. Issue Big Boob saying keep their cake and eat it too is okay. If you're allowed to invest in land and then charge extra for people to live there, this should be alright. Toys aren't land. That guy Mark saying I bought the Artisan Captain Jack for me. Believe me, I would selling it if I see the aftermarket price is high. And land is limited edition because Earth is only so big. Exactly. EDR, how are you? Hi everyone. But yeah, it's kind of a gray area because
it's a very gray area.
Where there's the point of you are a flipper and you are not just founding your collection ends. It's kind of a gray area, but it's definitely interesting. I think it changes a bit when it's limited figures, because limited figures, and when you see the scalpers in Hong Kong, like with 30 of them all piling up, limited figures, you are basically taking the chance of real collectors to getting the figures for your own profit, right? And we are talking about 30, 40 of Umbra Troopers that those guys had there. And yeah, supply and demand, say Agent Phil Silverfox. It's true.
About the Umbra Trooper being offered to these Hong Kong resellers with so many, we've seen pictures, right? But if you think about it, and if you're standing on Hot Toys side, they have had a lot of exclusives before, and nobody really cared for them. For example, the Listerine Iron Man, the blue Christian Bale Batman, and there's a couple of few. And when you have these stores who promise you we'll be getting whatever you have no matter what, don't you think for Hot Toys it'll make sense for them to give them a promise to these stores or slash resellers? Yeah, with every exclusives, whatever we make, we'll give you 20 or 30 because you buy them no matter what. Because yeah, for us the Umbra Trooper was the big one on the hype, but at the same time these stores, they buy every exclusives they make, whether they're popular or not. So with the Umbra, it was unfortunate to see somebody taking like 20 or 30 of them at a time, but I think we kind of put Hot Toys there in that spot because I don't think a lot of exclusives sold out too well for them recently. So in that kind of, to be fair kind of point, it is a gray area, but in some perspective, I guess it was fair for them, for Hong Kong resellers to get them that many, but it was unfortunate to see, no doubt.
That's a lot of good points. Thorns Off is saying, here's what pisses off. You are a NECA collector but can't find the figure you want because the Target employees are buying them to sell on eBay. Jesus Christ. The
sucks.
employees are getting the figures to sell on eBay. That's
Come to work.
that's
Oh
a
my.
really scammy move. You are an employer, you get the stuff before they even hit the shelves, and you sell on eBay. Jesus Christ. Deadpool Red Suit, how are you? Hi guys and girl, late to the stream. I will watch from beginning later. Be sure to watch our Collectors Unite intro because it's really cool. Figurecraft, well, for me it's the space I have. When I buy a figure, I review, take pics, and if the demand is high and I don't see it in my collection, I'll sell it to buy other figures. It's fair. Just maintain a certain number in my collection. But I don't think you have a big problem with space because your space is huge. You have a huge space,
Huge,
right?
But very filled.
And so well maintained. Collectors.
I gotta say,
I think
today's topics were pretty tough. I gotta say.
yeah, they were a bit tough. It was a hell of a ride, especially for me that I was almost not making it to the stream.
I know. I'm so glad you made it.
I kinda did some shortcuts.
Did you YOLO on the road?
I YOLO completely. Otherwise, I'd be like other collectors and start boxing and starting stuff. That's just a waste. And fortunately, exactly, Figurecraft. For example, happened with me just last week. That I was telling Helen and Christian that I put to sell 18 third-party figures because they were in boxes, and I don't know if I would ever display them because I don't have the space, and those figures that I really don't want so much, and I review them, I put them back in boxes because it happens a lot with third-party figures. And I sold them. I sold them 18 third-party figures because especially here I had them in another room with the weather here, and so I don't know how the especially third parties. I don't know how would they handle it. So yeah,
Yeah,
I also do that.
We
especially
live in
third parties.
cubes. We don't have a lot of space.
I don't live in a cube, my motherfucker. I live in a cube. Jesus Christ!
Dude.
Jesus.
Don't do a Mario on me.
Jesus.
Flippers are really bad for the market. That's why I love Toys Wonderland so much. They sell literally nothing. Jesus. There is actual footage of Target employees taking NECA Ninja Turtles figures from the vendor before we can buy them. How can this be possible?
That
An employee?
Mm.
Jesus, can you imagine? An employee taking the fee and then selling them on eBay. But I mean, taking from the vendor before we can buy it. They need to stop that. S-Beam in the house. How are you, S-Beam? I can sell my third-party figures to save my life. No one wants them. But you know, that's what is so interesting here. Third-party figures here do extremely well. I never sold a third-party figure for less than I bought. Some they go extremely high. I would say, for example, let me give you an example that a third-party figure that goes extremely high. The Edward Scissorhead from Art Figures. Gambit from So Toys, still going for a high price. There are a lot that go for a high price. The third-party figures here market is really good.
Yeah, I think I've made a loss on every third-party figure
especially
I've sold.
for So Toys stuff. Well, it's like Mexican Costco gets raided for pastries and they sell all the pastries individual to make a profit. Oh my god. The stories that I listen.
They make
Sorry, Helen
profits out of
says, "Are you?"
pastries?
You can do profits of everything.
Really?
Of course you can. I know a guy in Brazil that he learned to make like pastries, small ones, and he would go to the street every day with a box selling one by one, and he won a lot of money. Every morning he would wake up at 4, he would make a bunch of them, then just go to the street to sell them. He would make a lot of money.
No, but what figure
Sosa's
craft that was,
omnipotent. Yeah.
they're making profits out of Costco pastries. They just raid them and
Yeah, they raided they raided for pastries and then they sell individually.
that's amazing.
You can do that. Also, you are in Korea. Korea has Costco. Try that.
I'll think about it.
Sosa's omnipotent man is stupid right now. Exactly. Thanks for taking one for the team. I go to you for third party refill. Yeah. You cannot imagine in the beginning of my channel that I start to review third parties. I took a lot of bad hits. I took a lot of crap because crap. I mean, I didn't know. At that time, third parties were a bit sketchy. I remember till this day when I review and when I add in and the So Toys, what's her name? From the Phoenix. What's her name?
The Phoenix.
Oh, I know the one you're talking about. Sophie Turner. What was Dark Phoenix?
Dark Phoenix. That sculpt was horrendous.
Yeah.
That sculpt was horrendous. Was one of the worst figures. I still have bad dreams every time I think of myself holding that. Been trying to sell my So Toys Quicksilver and Psylocke. Oh, forget about that. That is the time to sell. That is gone. You need to know when to sell. You will not sell a Quicksilver and Psylocke now. Give it more 10 years.
Dang.
You will see. That will appreciate a lot. I can find So Toys Omni-Man. Yeah, that one is to forget. Pastry Wonderland. Anyway, I think we reached the boiling point here. Constantine Present Toys, exactly. That is other. Oh, the mask for present from Present Toys. it's very high priced here. Anyway, I think we reached the boiling point where I'm almost already half asleep, to be honest. It's already almost 2 hours and a half. Guys, if you haven't not yet, please leave the like button now when you're leaving, because I saw we don't have that many likes, and that's what helped most the streams to have more engagement. The likes really help a lot. Actually, they help more than super chats or anything like that. So if you don't mind, please leave a like. And I think it's just fair that we leave out of here. I think we leave with our intro. What do you think? So
Amazing.
I'll be fine.
we can leave all with a good music. Guys, thanks so much for stopping by, and we see you next week.
Welcome to the show where collectors unite. Big breeder, Helen, Christian shining bright. In a world of figures scaled just right. Hot toys and art and third parties take flight. Collectors unite with passion and nights. In the world of what's on of divine light. From shelves to displays, our treasures ignite. On this journey of collecting, our hearts take flight. From Gotham streets to galaxies far, each figure tells a tale like a guiding star. With meticulous detail, they come to life in the hands of collectors through joy and strife. Through joy and strife, collectors unite with passion and nights. In the world of 1/6 under the light. From shelves to displays, our treasures ignite. On this journey of collecting, our hearts take flight.
Wait.
Gotham streets to galaxies far. Each figure tells a tale like a guiding star. With meticulous detail, they come to life in the hands of collectors through joy and strife. Through joy and strife.
You get 2 sculpts, 2 capes, and a figure for $3.99 and 10.
This guy is the biggest InArt ever.
Apologies, star people.
No,
I know I've upset you again this week. It's not intentional.
You have been granted the yellow card.
Oh my.
No, you don't know.
Of course, I'm here chatting with my favourite Asian cousins about collectibles.
Collectors unite.
LWO, but like the version you'd watch in front of your mum, because it's all the nice, polite gentlemen.
wow.
So, true.
Collectors unite.